Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Aquarius. So we're back in Aquarius and we're starting the 12th cycle of the readings, which is exciting to me. And I feel like there's a little bit of like a hook to yesterday's reading that was Capricorn. I don't know if you've seen the Capricorn reading, but I feel like there is a connection, especially with the extended, that I included the card that I was seeing at the bottom of the deck that was the 10 of Wands, then followed by the 10 of Cups. And then I peeked to what was behind the two tens, right? And it was the Devil card. And I was actually, a little bit uncomfortable, to say the least, because it was such a beautiful reading that I didn't want to include the Devil, right? Because everything was just going so smoothly and so beautifully, and I just didn't want to put any kink to the reading. But I have to say, Aquarius, I don't know what is, connecting exactly, other than this Devil presence. And from what I'm seeing, oh, by the way, I forgot to say that I'm doing this reading with my own deck of cards. So the cards you'll see in this reading are from this deck. And so, Aquarius, since you are, the point of, the beginning of a new cycle, right? At least for my readings here on YouTube, I feel like there is still, like a little bit of remains from the last cycle. So it's the 12th cycle, right, that we're starting with you today, and 12 is the number of the Hanged Man, right? So I feel like, it's interesting how your readings always set the tone for the entire cycle, for the next 12 signs, right? And so starting this cycle, being the 12th one that is talking about this holdup, which is also present here because we are starting actually with the Devil, right? So the card that was peeking through the bottom of the deck at Capricorn's reading, the extended reading, and because we're starting with it, so I was like, uh-oh, there is really something there. It's not all just, celebration and, like a big moment event that is happy and joyful and full of life and full of love. Yes, there is still a little bit of kink in the energy, and I feel like the kink really is like a process in discernment, really, for you. It's like, from what I'm sensing, right, since we are beginning this cycle of the 12 signs with you, Aquarius, it's like this next cycle is talking about a moment to wait. Because I feel like, so what I'm seeing here with the Devil is something that is actually very new to me. So here we have these two paths, really, what I'm seeing. So it appears that you have a choice, that you are in this breakthrough moment where you have to decide between, whether you want to go this way or this way. This is what I'm seeing here with the Devil. So although there is perhaps anxiety, being triggered in you just because you are pushed to make this choice, really the big message here for you, Aquarius, and setting the tone for the next 12 signs, I feel like what we're talking about really is that there is no need to rush into making a decision whether you go this way or this way, because really I feel like, being the Devil, there is a little bit of there is a trick, there is something there that is not trustworthy enough, right? It's like there are still elements actually hidden that possibly could be this third option, right? This middle path, which is actually your reading is actually showing me and pointing me towards the third option, the third choice. So because when I was, you know, seeing the cards, when all of them came through for you, I remembered this spoken word poem actually that I heard and that I saw on YouTube many years ago. I think it was 2015 when my friend recommended this video to me. It's called A Choice of Three, and it's by the Arctic Monkeys singer. I cannot remember the name, but I feel like if you just search A Choice of Three spoken word poetry or something like that, you will find it. And it has nothing to do with the story or the content of the poem. It's just this title, right? A choice of three. And now you are perhaps being pushed to think, right? This is all about the head, right? So this is all about the mind. You're pushed to think, Aquarius, that you only have two options. And this is where the trick that this devil is trying to play on you comes through, right? Making you think, making you see only two options, only two paths, which I don't feel like you can trust this information. It's like you have to hold up a little bit longer where you are, because to be honest, you know, underneath the devil is the sun. And if I remember correctly, the sun was in yesterday's reading for Capricorn, right? So, and I feel like it was the beginning card, right? It was the opening card from the first part, actually. It was the sun. So the sun being behind, you know, underneath this devil, it's like this devil wants to overimpose their presence when you are feeling already very good with yourself, when you are already very conscious, very aware of the place that you are right now. This huge circle here in the middle, you know, the sun, it's coming through as the place that you are, even though, you know, the Five of Pentacles is not here. It's like this circle is talking about you being in the place that you need to be and the sun shining on you. It's that energy that we saw on Capricorn, that, you know, all of the rays of sunlight are all focusing in on you, right, Aquarius? So you are in a good place, and perhaps you feel or you think, right, you're perhaps something around you, some sort of, you know, mental trigger that is not to your benefit, right? It's something that could be detrimental to the path forward. This is what the devil is talking about. It's like the lesson here, at least, you know, for what I'm seeing, it's like pay attention to the choice that you're being given, because perhaps you feel like you only have two choices, but there is this middle path that will present itself, right? Especially because we have the Magician ending here, that is still hidden. It's like you're not able to see this middle path, right? You feel like you could only go either way. You cannot see, you know, what's in between these two options. And so just stay where you are. Really, the entire message, although, you know, the other cards are showing me a little bit more detail, because it's like it's going to become clearer and clearer and clearer the longer you stay where you are, that the two paths that are, you know, being shown to you, they are deceiving ones, or they are unhealthy, or not, just not beneficial for you at this moment, because you are already shining through so brightly, right? And so actually, this first row is showing me why you need to stay where you are a little bit longer, right? So because we're starting with the devil and followed by the Two of Swords, the Sun, and the Four of Cups, these two minor arcana, you know, around this major arcana, which is the place that you are right now, they are showing me the two paths that are being presented to you, or that you think you should take, right? Because it's almost like this devil is it's I'm seeing like they are pushing you to, it's almost like that, how do I say this? It's like annoying voice, that devilish voice inside our heads thinking that maybe you should go this way or maybe you should, it's like pressing in on you. It's really annoying. I am getting annoyed by it because, you see clearly that, there's no way to compare the brightness of the place that you are right now, which is, the place in the middle. It's like you have already found the entrance to this middle path, but still there is something, triggering in you that you should go this way or that way. But it's like not only we have, the comparison of a major arcana, which you are already in this energy, to these two minor arcana that, it's like the feeling that I'm having, it's like one path, it's like it's filled with the ability to distort things. It's almost like if you go this path, right, on the right or the left, either way, it's like one of them is filled with distortion, right? This distortion in your vision, perhaps in your ability to connect with spirit, right? Usually the swords come through to me as very high realm energy. So, but it's coming through with distortion. Even though you could tread lightly, it's still coming through with distortion. And then the Four of Cups is coming through as almost like a safer path, like one that you will feel things that you're used to feeling. So there's not many, new emotions. It's like more of the same old. But it's not that this is the path that you are on. It's just that this is a path of things that are familiar to you, right? And I feel like the path that you're on, well, at least the place and the state of being that you are right now, being the Sun card, and this has nothing to do, with the path that you traveled to get to this place. I'm talking about the place and the state that you are right now. Feeling amazing, feeling like you have clarity, feeling like the sun is shining down on you, right? And this path, right, in contrast to the other one that is being presented to you, this one is about distortion of vision, right? And this one is talking about the safe path, the comfortable emotional path, right? It's almost like here you're going to travel like on a lake, right? There is not much undulation, or I don't even know if that's the right word. It's like there's no waves, right? Or ups and downs, emotionally speaking. It's more like a safe, it's just coming through as safe, right? A safe path, like a comfort zone in terms of emotion. So none of these are attractive to you, really, right? So even though you are being pushed to make a decision to go, either this way or this way, really the place that you are right now is already very illuminated. And I feel like you are struggling a little bit, perhaps because of this pressure. And perhaps this is a pressure that, it's just, the point that you are right now. It's almost like, the test, right? I'm not very knowledgeable about, the history of, Christ and, the 40 days that he went to the desert, and then when he was tested by the devil. That's pretty much all I know about this passage, on the Bible. So it feels like there is this test. It's like, so remain, it's like stand your grounds, remain shining your most beautiful light, because it's like when you are on top of the game, it's like that's when the devil will appear to show you, like this very sneaky, mischievous presence, or a choice that perhaps could be very shiny, but you are shining brighter than any of the options. And the amount of awareness that you hold right now is showing you clearly how this temptation really is deceitful, is not worthy of your trust, not worthy of your time, of your attention, of your just your focus, right? Just this is all of this is talking about like focus in yourself, because you are already the source of light that you need right now. Okay, so but here is where I feel like you will start to discern, and this perhaps could be, this exercise in discernment, since you have come to a place that you are really aware and conscious and very much, it's like you're drinking from your own source of light, right? There is nothing else that you need right now. Everything outside of you, it's very it's just questionable, right? It's just questionable. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Magician. So with the Two of Pentacles then leading to the Three of Cups, this is, and ending with the Magician especially, it's like there are, this third path that it's in the making still. So although this devil is making you think that you only have two options, and the guidance here is clearly saying, hold up. Just, you don't need anything else to shine brightly as you are already. Don't think that you have to go either way just because you're being pressured to do so. Perhaps just staying where you are, it's best for you right now, because if you feel like you would have to, waste your time, really, it's what I just heard with the Two of Pentacles, waste your time in this juggling act just by the pressure of this devil, right? It's like it would really exhaust you to the point of becoming unhealthy, right? If you think that you have to stay in this juggling act, because it's really just an act. It's like, it feels pretty much like a test of your discernment, a test of your strength in remaining where you are with the state of being that you have achieved, no matter where you've come from, right? So you don't have to choose between any of these two paths. There is a third path. It's like the choice of three that I was listening, right? The memory that came back with that video, with the title of that poem, right? So the choice of three. There is a third option. There is a third path, this middle path, but it's still in the making. It's still hidden from you. You're not aware that is information. So with the Three of Cups, usually I see co-creation, but it's also something that is yet to take form, to take shape, because especially it's coming through the cups, right? It's water. And this is also something very interesting, because San has been talking a lot about, San from San Tarot, she's been talking a lot about how water, when you take the container, it moves, it's fluid, so it's going to move freely if we lose the container, right? And I feel like that's what the devil is trying to make you believe, that you need to choose a path, right? It's like conditioning you to go into one or another container, right? But the sun that you are, it's like there is no need for containing your energy. There is no need to put yourself inside any box, right? You are like shining brightly, so do so without boundaries right now, right? Because there's still something that is information and it's hidden still. Usually this magician, well, now lately this magician is coming through as holding something magical inside this hat. So there is, well, you may think that this one is playing a trick, but really the magic comes from this third path that it's still about to open, right? Is yet to show itself to you, because it's going to be magical. It's going to be like, there is going to be the intuitive nudge that this is the way, this is the path. So don't feel pressured to move in any direction if you are feeling like you only have these two options, right? It's like, you don't need to stay juggling, you know, oh my God, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I go this way? Should I go that way? You know, just remove that. Remove this juggling from your life, because it's not, it's just exhausting you, and, you know, being very sneaky, really, right? It's like, it's almost like the devil wants you to remain in this juggling moment, right? This indecisive moment. So just remove that from your life and feel like that whenever the time is right for this to be revealed, for this third path to be revealed, right, it is going to show up in the perfect moment. Well, especially because we have the star at the bottom of the deck, right? I was not going to include this, but it's so significant, right? Because we also have the sparkling here. You know, the magic is already showing. So trust in it. Trust that even though you cannot see it, right? You already have a lot of awareness, but there is still things hidden from you. So trust that you are being guided. I feel like this is more than clear right now. So, but either way, I'm going to pull more cards for you, Aquarius, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.